Hello everybody, it's Steven with you. So for this video we're going to continue assembling the model. One thing that's missing right now is the braces. That's what we're going to do in this video. Um, so this is a particular way of I would make the bracing. Kind of a questionable way, but it worked, so I stuck with it. So if you figure out a new method, a new approach, bring it up to the team, and hopefully make a tutorial video for it and sneak it into this playlist. So for now I'm just going to go ahead and get started on how I do the bracing. So what I'll do is I'll select right now, we're gonna do is the brace on this side. Um, I like to call so this brace is gonna go from down here to the center of this. If you just look at the printouts, um, for not the best way of naming things, but I'm gonna name this brace north-south brace, particularly because I'm gonna consider this top part north, and because it's north, I'm gonna call this the north-south brace because the braces on this side of the wall are going to be the same as that side. So what we're going to do is call it our south brace. So how I do it is I actually initially make a sketch on the model, and then from that sketch I'm going to copy the lines and everything and place it into a part file. So that's the approach. So now let's get started with that. I'm going to select this face. You can select any of these faces, but for this case we'll just select this. We're going to select right click sketch. If you press Control A, it's going to make it orthogonal to that point. So now let's start sketching. So generally, they just do an arbitrary connection. Well, if you want to connect it here on the bottom of the column where the base plate reaches, you can select here. And then it's going to be in the center of this floor diaphragm. But I don't really want it right there right now. So actually, I'm just going to hover over it and then scroll up, move the mouse up. That way it's an extension, but it's going to be on that top part. I do know I want it to be flush at the top. So I'm just going to draw an arbitrary line right here. Just the general shape of your diaphragm. So there it is. There's our diaphragm. So now what we gotta do is define it because it's all blue. It doesn't have its shape. Um, Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna click this line and this line. Oh look, cool. They're parallel already. So alright, so because sometimes if the lines are different, these won't be parallel. So what you'll actually get is when you do the smart dimension, you click these two lines, you'll actually get a degree because they're not parallel. So what you'll do, just in case you get this problem, what you do is just click those two lines, and then you'll go over here on the line properties, and it'll pop up. It'll say parallel, and once you make them parallel, then you can go back again with smart dimensions, select those two lines, and then you'll get a measurement like you do right now. So we know the thickness is 0.2, so let's go to 0.2, enter or escape, whatever, and then good thing to do is I'm gonna select this line and this line. I want these to be equal, so we go over here, see the parallel pops up, but I want these to be equal. Alright, there it is, and now actually everything in this brace is black, so it's fully defined. Alright, so I actually want to copy this. We just want to copy the sketch lines, so let's just go ahead and copy that, save it to our clipboard. Alright, so let's just minimize it. I don't really want to close it just in case it doesn't work. Let's go ahead and open this. We are going to open a part. Alright, we've opened the part. First things first, save this part for what you want to call it. So it's a part first. Like I said, north-south brace is what we're going to call this. North-south brace. Save that as a part. Let's just double check that it did save as a part. So north-south brace, SolidWorks part. Alright, it did. Cool. So we're going to go to the top plane. We're going to sketch on the top plane. So there it is. So our sketch from the previous drawing on the model or brace, it's there. It's on our clipboard. So we just press Control V and it's going to pop up. You just click the center of the part and it'll actually highlight it and rotate it over here. So there it is. Oh my bad. Control A to orbit it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna define it. Preferably, what I would have wanted to do is you literally just align this bottom edge to this, and it should define itself, right? But it doesn't. For some reason, this is where it gets really questionable because like it doesn't want to. Your part doesn't get defined. It doesn't allow you. So like if you put it here, if you move all this down here, once you start smart dimensioning, I was having difficulty defining it, and I found the best way was just to literally put in some arbitrary distance out here and then just define it that way. So what I'll do is I'll literally, the bottom left, I'll define this, All right, and then this again. Now let's do it in the Y. All right, and then just something on the top left region. I mean on the top right. Same thing. That's in the right in the Y. Oops. Oh, smart dimension was impressed. Smart dimension. So there it is. So you see everything's getting defined, and then usually it's just one of these parts. Just because since they're equal, you only need one. But there it is. It's equal. If you go down here, it's fully defined. So there it is. Now we just want to extrude this base, so the shape of this. So we know it's going to be 0.2 for thickness. There it is, 0.2, line just straight up. 0.2, there it is, there's our shape. It doesn't have a material, so we're going to have to edit that material. Scroll all the way down. Wood, balsa, apply. See in the back, it's applied. Let's go ahead and close, and there's our shape. I'm going to Control S, do Control Save to save it, and there it is, there's our brace. I'm just going to close this, it's already saved, I don't need all this, we can exit sketch. Sketch is still here, but you know what, let's just delete it. I want it right now, I won't look at it. So let's go on Control 7. So our brace is already saved, now we just got to put it in the model. So like before, we're going to go to assembly, and we're going to insert that into our model. So let's go ahead and insert it, it's going to be right here. So if you look at the orientation, I'm pressing Control 5, we see that there's a bottom. So let's go back Control 7. So we want this. We're gonna now it's just mating it to put it in a workable position. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's make that. Oops. All right. So that's actually a good position. So if we go over here to mates, I'm just gonna delete it because. See, it's wrong. Why did you do that? I don't need it. Something's being funky with me. So you know what? I'm just gonna mate it like this. I'm just gonna make this face with this face. Alright. I really don't like how that looks, but let's just go ahead with it. So we're gonna make that edge with this edge. Alright, there it is. Sort of. I'm just kind of adjusting it so I can do it. So I'm gonna click the face I want it, and then this face. Made it. And there it is. Doesn't look the best, but I don't know. Alright, so let's select that face, and over here. And there it is. Alright, cool, it worked out. Alright, so fully defined. So basically, so here are the mates I did. I guess the first one would be this one. You could always read like your mates right here, just so you know. You just click the window and it'll tell you this. You click this first, and then you click that. And that's what happened. So it coincided this edge with the edge of the brace. And then I went to the column. Then I did the column face with the face of that part right here. And then I coincided this face with that face, and I locked it in, made it fully defined. So that's gonna be how I make the brace. So from here, I want you to continue. Just coming towards the end of this video, so I want you to continue. So the same way you made this brace on this side, I want you to go ahead and make the brace over here. You can call this east. We're gonna, for the rest of this videos, I'm gonna call this side east-west brace, and this one will be known as north-south brace. You only have to make one and put in the assembly one. So just like I have this right here, put another one right here for this north-south. and I'm gonna show you 2 ways of how you basically do the rest of the bracing. For every floor with just one of the parts. Just a couple little tricks in here. So just go ahead and do that. I'm gonna show you two ways, 2 methods. So let's go ahead and do whichever you prefer. Um, it's good to know both because it allows you to manipulate your model, and if you have different methods or different ways to do it. If you have weird cuts, it's a good thing to know. So I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully you have, I want you to have this bracelet already in place and this bracelet in place, and I'll see you in a bit.